Am I the a-hole for walking out of dinner because of my sister-in-law's disgusting husband? This happened recently, but honestly, it's been boiling under the surface for over a year. I, 30M, am married to my incredible wife, 29F, and while our marriage is strong and grounded, her side of the family has been an ongoing source of frustration and sometimes outright disgust. The biggest reason? Her sister's husband. Let's call him Tom. From the beginning, something about Tom never sat right with either of us. He's almost 35, has zero ambition, barely functions in adult society, and relies entirely on my in-laws to survive. We're talking about a guy who can't even navigate basic apps like Uber Eats or pay a single bill. He's had every opportunity handed to him by my in-laws, and yet he acts entitled, like the world owes him something. Meanwhile, his wife, my wife's sister, Anna, is smart, educated, and more than capable. But somehow, she's been dragged down by this guy for years. They've lived in my in-laws' house rent-free for a long time. Don't chip in for bills. Don't clean. Don't work full-time. It's like they're stuck in some alternate reality where personal responsibility doesn't exist. And the worst part is, everyone around them enables it. My in-laws are kind, well-meaning people, but kindness without boundaries becomes permission. And they've been handing out permission slips for years. But things escalated in the worst possible way last year. Anna had a birthday party at their place, about a month after their wedding. It was casual, drinks, friends, some family music. We weren't there when it started, but my wife went early to help set up. I got a call from her around 2 a.m. She was whispering, her voice trembling, and asked me to pick her up immediately. When I arrived, she got in the car and said she didn't want to talk about it until the next morning. She was pale and shaking. I barely slept that night, just lying next to her wondering what the hell had happened. The next day, she told me, Tom tried to kiss her. He waited until she was alone, coming back from the bathroom, and cornered her. He followed her, tried to get her alone, and then leaned in. She pushed him away, shocked, humiliated, and ran back to the party. But she didn't feel safe. She called me instead of telling anyone right away. I was livid. I wanted to storm back and confront him, but she begged me not to. Said it would make things worse. Said no one would believe her. She wanted to stay quiet and let Anna handle it. Only Anna didn't handle it. When my wife told her what happened, Anna brushed it off. She actually defended him. He was drunk. He didn't know what he was doing. It was probably a misunderstanding. No accountability. No outrage. No protective instinct for her own sister. She didn't even tell him to leave. She stayed married to him. Business as usual. We were stunned. My wife told her parents what happened. Her dad, a man I used to admire, said, "Well, if you feel uncomfortable, maybe you should stay with your husband more often." That's it. No defense. No anger. No support. Just a suggestion that she remove herself from the situation, rather than him holding anyone accountable. A cowardly, passive response to something that should have warranted action. After that, we distanced ourselves. We didn't go to the house. We avoided family gatherings. For a while, Tom kept his distance when we were around. We tolerated that bare minimum of decency and moved on the best we could. Eventually, Anna moved to another city for work. For a moment, it seemed like things might stay quiet. Then came last weekend. My wife's mom invited us over for dinner. She said she wanted to cook specifically for me and asked us to bring the groceries. We figured it would be a quiet night with just her and my father-in-law. So we agreed. We spent money, bought everything they needed, and showed up ready to keep things civil. But when we got there, surprise. Anna was in town. No warning. We weren't thrilled, but we decided to keep our cool for the sake of the dinner. What we weren't told was that Tom would be joining us, too. An hour in, while we're sitting in the living room making forced small talk, he walks in. Bold as ever. Smug. Like nothing ever happened. No apology. No remorse. He sat down at the table like he belonged there. Like he didn't once try to assault his wife's sister and pretend it didn't happen. My stomach dropped. I looked at my wife, and I could see her trying to stay composed, but I could also see the pain bubbling under the surface. Her hands were shaking slightly. Her jaw was tight. She wouldn't look at me at first. And then, softly, she whispered, "Do you want to leave?" I didn't say a word. I stood up, grabbed our coats and the groceries we brought, and walked out with her. We left the food. We left the table. We left behind the expectation that we'd pretend like everything was normal. Because it's not normal. Not even an hour later, Anna started blowing up our phones, furious. Accused us of being disrespectful, making a scene, embarrassing the family. She said, It's been a year already. Get over it. Get over it. As if time erases trauma. As if Tom deserves to be welcomed back because he kept his hands to himself for 12 months. As if we're the ones creating conflict by refusing to sit across from the person who violated her trust, her body, her safety. Even worse, my in-laws are now passive-aggressively suggesting that we should have just let it go for the night. That we should have kept the peace. But here's the thing, there is no peace when the people around you treat your trauma like it's an inconvenience. When they invite your abuser to dinner and don't warn you. When they put his comfort over yours. When you're expected to be the bigger person again and again, while no one else even tries. So yeah, I walked out. And I'd do it again. I'm angry. I feel betrayed, not just by Tom, but by everyone who's still pretending this didn't happen. My wife's strength blows me away, but she shouldn't have to carry this alone. She shouldn't be in a family that gaslights her pain. And now I'm asking, am I the a-hole for walking out? Would I be the asshole if, next time, I don't stay silent? If I tell her parents exactly what I think of their cowardice, and tell Anna just how delusional and blind she's been? Because maybe someone needs to say it. Loudly. Finally.